Alrighty, boys, and the chronicles continue. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it is 2 a.m. Ooh, snap. I just popped open a monster. That's probably really loud, to be honest. Kind of close to the mic. But yeah, it's time to make some videos, man. It is time to dive right in. But before we dive right in, I kind of want to address something. So I've been making a lot of these videos. I want to say it's got mixed replies. It's mainly like I have people who enjoy it, and then I have like a couple of people who like take it really to heart and kind of like comment like this other stuff. And that small group of people, then they like all those comments. Listen, here's the thing. People said that I mock people on the forums and stuff like that. It's not mocking. You know what I mean? Well, I guess depending on what definition you use for mocking. What I'm trying to say is I am responding to their response on a public forum. They made these comments. I'm not coming for their life. I'm not coming for what they look like, I'm coming for their opinion on a forum. You know what I mean? So that's literally all it is. And like I said always before, it's no hate towards that person. It's no ill will towards that person. We're just having a conversation. And just because I disagree, that doesn't mean I'm in some way just, you know what I mean? It just means I disagree. That's literally all it is. You can disagree with people in life, you know what I mean? It's okay. It happens. It happens all the time. It's okay. But yeah, that is what it is. And another thing, a lot of people always state in my comments that, oh well, they're just fighting the good fight. You know what I mean? It's pretty much what everyone else is thinking. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you look at the Steam reviews, if you look at the Reddit communities, you know what I mean, that are way bigger than the forum communities, they don't feel this way, the way the forum does. So if you look at the big picture, this isn't what a majority of players think. Okay, let's get that clear. But with that being said, let's do it. All right, so the title is Get Rid of the Stupid Cheering. So what this has to do is, obviously 1.5.10 had a, we've gone over this thread, but it had a feature that a lot of people didn't like. I kind of don't agree with the feature also, I'll be honest with you. I don't really think I don't think it needed to be a feature. I think they could have kept it how it was. So there's my take on it. But at the same time, it is what it is. That's you know what I mean? Like I'm not super upset about it. You know what I mean? It's not the most game breaking thing, or the most game changing thing. But pretty much what it is after a battle is over and the enemies are fleeing, your troops are going to start cheering. They're not just going to keep attacking the fleeing troops, right? Now, this might break immersion because obviously sometimes people want to play kind of like the evil type of person who chases down their enemies and stuff like that. And I understand that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I want to play that way too. So, again, I don't agree with the change. I don't. But that's what it was. You know what I mean? And again, it's not like something super game changed to the point where I'm just like, let me get my pitchfork. You know what I mean? But for some people it is. So let's see their opinion, right? All right. So the guy who posted says, I want control of my army until the battle is over. Where's the dev that designed this stupid boop? Come on here and defend this design decision. I want to hear what logical nonsense is presented. It's time to start calling these people out on their boop. Okay, listen, dude. Bro, he is summoning him. He said, bro, I challenge you to a duel, bro. Come outside, bro. We're here. We're outside, bro. Come and face me, bro. I'm weak. Okay. Listen. I'm not trying to be that guy, but if I was a debate lord, never mind, we're not gonna start this. But technically speaking, I'm sorry. Technically speaking, when an enemy is fleeing, that pretty much means they have surrendered, which pretty much means the battle is over. Bada boom, bada bing. But no, in all seriousness, I understand that, again, I don't agree with the feature. But I don't think the best way to get it changed or looked at again is by calling it stupid boop and then saying, we should really start calling out this boop and pretty much saying, come on here and defend this. I don't think that's the best way to, get a good conversation going about it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't think it's the best way. That's just what I'm thinking. But alright, so you continue saying, who wanted to not be able to control your troops? I am paying these dudes, they listen to me. What the boop? I have had it with these people. Our team voted and rejected the idea, yet it's familiar. This is a $20 game at best. This is a regressive move from Warband. Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't mean to be the guy who burst the bubble, but I'm gonna burst it, okay? So, when how can I explain this? When a product is made for the marketplace, right? Regardless of what product, there's the team who makes it is the person, are usually the people. They always have a higher up, but just let's say the team overall, right? If they vote for something and they decide to put that towards their product or that in their product, regardless of what the product is, then that's what they chose to do. Obviously, any company is always, looking for feedback, looking for this, and that. But they all have, a goal. They all have, stuff that they want to do for that project. And that's what it is. And if you think that's unfair, it's just, what do you expect them to do? Just like listen completely to the consumer about every single, like, look, I understand that you are upset with this, but you could have had such a better thread. You could have had such a better conversation about this than making it like this. You know what I mean? You can't expect change from a company by stepping on a company. You know what I mean? You're pretty much stepping on them. You're pretty much calling you're calling their what's it called, their game. You know what I mean? Not worth the money. Pretty much, you're calling out their design, stupid boop. You know what I mean? Like, how can you expect them to respond to this and be like, he's really got a good point? No, it's disrespectful. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect personally? Like, I get it. I know people are gonna, the comments gonna be like, well, he's making a statement and it's for the. It's like, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain this to you guys. Like, because I've said it before, and I want to say it again. You could be the smartest person in the world. You can be the most logical person. You could literally have the highest IQ in the world. But if you can't communicate your ideas in a good, professional, and respectful manner, nothing's gonna happen. Your all of that talent is going to be wasted. All those ideas are going to be wasted because if you disrespect the person that you are trying to get something from, they're not going to give it to you. Doesn't matter how much it makes sense, how much it, you know what I mean? Because look, I'm on your side. I agree that the change there was no reason for the change. I think it was good before. You know what I mean? In a way, I think it's a regressive move, not from Warband. I think it's a regressive move in terms of gameplay. But at the same time, you could have made this into a better thread. You could have made this into a better post than, doing this type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm saying. It could have been worded way better. Way better. A lot more respectful manner. And I know people are going to say like, oh, well, he's just frustrated. I get it. You can be frustrated. But guess what? Like here's the thing. Here's a life lesson. I've been giving these a lot at this point, but here's what I've learned, right? It's for example, when you have work, right? And let's say you're frustrated before you get to work. You see this in a lot of younger people. I still struggle from this sometimes, when it gets really, really bad outside of work. I do struggle from this. Everyone does. Everyone's human. It does happen. But as you grow and you mature, you realize that when you get to work, you need to put that frustration behind and you need to work. You need to do your job. And then, once you get off, You can, you know what I mean? You can have that frustration, think about that frustration. But while you're there, you have to act in a professional manner. That's just what it is, right? And in this same instance, you can be very frustrated, right? But if you truly want something to be changed, if you truly wanted this to actually, you know what I mean, be overturned and for you to actually have this feature back, you should have put that frustration behind you and you should have done this the right way in a professional manner. That's all I'm saying. That's what you should have done. It's that simple. But all right, let's see what other people have to say. We have another person. I don't mind cheering, though I wish my army could cut down the fleeing enemies before celebrating, or at the very least have the cheering soldiers stay stationary so you don't go around blocking the actual pursuit of the fleeing foe. I agree. Again, I agree that this shouldn't have been made as a feature. I agree. That's a lot of reading, my God. I'll keep it a stack with you. He says he doesn't understand if it's a bug or a design decision. I don't know either, to be honest with you. I think the devs kind of made it sound like it is a feature in a way, but I don't know. I also don't know. There was a thread about it, but I didn't really check up on it after. But I think it's a feature, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen you plenty around the forum. Oh, here we go, baby. Let's do it. Okay. I think I see a base take. Hold on. So, guy responded, I've seen you plenty around the forum, so I assume this is how it works. For one, why here instead of the suggestion sub-forum? Very simple, because it's the front page. It gets the most traffic. That is why a lot of these... Okay, here's the thing. Now, I've also noticed is that a lot of people don't go to the suggestion sub-forums. They don't. You know who do go to the suggestion forums? The people who actually want change to happen. A lot of the suggestion forums, a lot of the suggestions in the suggestion sub-forum are actually productive. They show images of what they want changed. They also show like sketches of how they want to change. They show explanations. They actually are professional and respectful, and a lot of them actually get changed. A lot of them actually get responses. Because that's how you're supposed to do it. There is literally a section for it on the subforum, on the forums. That is why. And like I said before, this is not the way to do it. But I know why he did it. And I'm sorry to, point this out. But it's for attention in a way. It is for attention. Because this gets on the front page. This is on the front page of the forums. For two, why this tone? Surely you know that voicing your opinion in a more polite way would give you, at the very least, a fraction more of a chance of actually being heeded or heard, I think is what he meant to say. That is if you actually want it to be constructive and not just vent your frustrations. Truer. Look at this. We got a truer on the forums right over here. I agree. There's a whole sub-forum, and they have very good suggestions. And if you don't believe me, I literally have videos. I have like a lot of videos at this point. I'm actually planning to do another 2 videos because we've had a lot of dev replies to those suggestions in the sub-forum that I'm planning to go over as well. But yeah, I agree. There was a better way to actually write this. Some guy says, this is not the first thread that mentioned this issue. Those threads were polite, but as with the trend of the forum, the only way to actually get the devs to listen and respond is through heated threads like this. I hope he's not talking about the thread that I covered earlier this week that was titled 1.5.10 is the worst version. I really hope that he is not pointing to that thread that is literally titled 1.5.10 is the worst version. Let me pull it up for you. Hold on. Because I made a video and it got pretty big and people were like, oh, you're clickbaiting. Even though that was literally the title of the... There it is. Hold on. Let me get to the official thing. Because this right over here was posted earlier. Here you go. Remember this? We've gone over this. Do you remember this? This also talked about this feature or bug. And look what it was titled. Really? Let's not do this. Let's not, come on, let's not do this right now. Let's not do this right now, okay? In the classic, hold on, let me see if I can find the classic, where is it? The classic line, bro. Oh, I don't know if I could find it. Oh, I don't know if I could find it. Oh, it might not be here. Well, nevertheless, what I was trying to find was, what kind of made me laugh is today someone commented on the video and they're like, I tried to convince the devs, and that was one of the things. No, I tried to convince the support team, which was one of the things. What's it called? The guy who wrote that thread said, in terms of what's it called? He tried to convince the support that it was indeed a bug, even though I think they were trying to convince him, not convince him, trying to tell him that it was a feature, which is sensational. But yeah. What else we got? Yeah, I think that's about it. Look, I agree that this change probably shouldn't have been made, but I also disagree with the way that people are going about it. I think being more respectful and being more polite is the way to go. I think being rude just to get attention and just to try to get a response is it's kind of Karen behavior. I'll be honest with you. If you really think about it, it's some stuff that you know. I'm pretty sure even people who make these posts, they go on YouTube and they're like, haha, look at this Karen. Look at this lady at the store causing a ruckus, being super rude. You know what I mean? They probably laugh at those videos, but this is a version of it, just on the online forums. You know what I'm trying to say? So just, it's very similar. But yeah. What do you guys think about the change? Do you think it's a huge deal? I personally don't think it's the biggest deal. I agree it probably shouldn't have been made, but I don't think it's the biggest deal. What do you guys think? And yeah, like always, stay safe.